guys are
Four that we have now will end up getting cut down to 1 or 2, and that's probably what you're gonna end up
You're good
with,
to go.
you know what I mean?
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, I'd like to call this caucus meeting to order. We'll be asking for a motion to excuse Mr. Bellick from tonight's meeting. Then we'll need a motion to dispense with the reading of the minutes of the second regular meeting dated Wednesday, February 22nd, 2023, except as prepared by the clerk. We have 3 pieces of communications. Is there questions or comments about our communications tonight? If none, Mayor's report, Mayor Miller.
I can do my report now.
Whatever you want to do.
And then if anybody's there, I'll just move it. Okay, Firemen's Association Spaghetti Dinner. We would like to thank everyone for another very successful spaghetti dinner for our Firemen's Association, and a big thank you to all of the people and businesses who donated for the auction. We greatly appreciate all of the continued support. Bombas Socks. We would like to thank SMS teacher Amber Bonilla and Bombas for their sock donation to the Struthers Senior Band. We greatly appreciate it. Bombas donated 10,000 pairs of new socks that were distributed as follows: 5,000 to the Youngstown Blue Coats, 3,000 to the Dorothy Day House, Youngstown, 1,000, or Dorothy Day House, Youngstown, I'm sorry. 1,000 pairs to Three Wishes by Kiki Diminovich, 500 pairs to Making Kids Count, 250 pairs to the Struthers Senior Band, 200 pair to the Struthers Middle School Pantry, and 50 pair to the Basu Manor in Campbell. We would also like to welcome Billy Opritza to our fire department. He was recently sworn in as a full-time engineer. We're excited to have him on board and wish him a long, prosperous career here. Aqua has been alerted of a telephone scam involving someone impersonating an Aqua employee, conducting a survey and asking for customer information and account numbers. This is not legitimate and not from Aqua. Please be aware that Aqua will never ask for your customer information, including your account number, username, or password, over the phone. If you receive an inquiry like this, you can report it to their security operations team. YNDC. We would like to thank Ian Beniston and Youngstown Neighborhood Development Corporation and their countywide home repair program in the city of Struthers in 2022. The investment was made possible primarily through the support of the American Rescue Plan funding provided by Mahoney County Commissioners, and also through the support of the Direction Home and the Ohio Housing Trust Fund. In 2022, they invested $146,047 to complete 28 home repairs in the city of Struthers. Any homeowners in need of critical home repairs, please call YNDC at this listed number. That is not the CHIP program. We had people comment that they thought that that was the CHIP program. This is separate, additional to the CHIP. Christ Our Savior Parish Fish Dinners. Every Friday in March, Christ Our Savior Parish will have a fish dinner at St. Nick's Great Hall from 4 to 7 or until sold out. Dine-in or takeout is available. Our city Easter egg hunt. We will have our annual city Easter egg hunt on Saturday, April 1st from 10 to 12 at Laddie J. Fedor Field at the Struthers High School. And immediately following that, Maple Crest will be hosting their Easter egg hunt at 12 o'clock. The hunt promptly starts at 12:30. Everyone is welcome. 400 Sexton Street. That's all I have.
Questions or comments for our mayor tonight?
Are we hiring any firemen or policemen anymore?
Yes, we are waiting for they have to go through voice stress test, the polygraph test, and we're waiting for the,
The chief just sent me a letter today
we're
saying
waiting on someone.
a couple of them have met their test, but April 1st deadline looks like we're going to be able to hit that to hire 2 officers on April 1st. It's scheduling a lot because we use a state highway patrolman to do the lie detectors test, and he's kind of like busy until most of the month.
And they don't charge us, so
Right,
that's
that's
why
why
we're
we
waiting for them to
use
do it.
it.
So our goal was April 1st, so that we're right on target for that.
Now, do all the applicants have to go through that before you decide who you're gonna hire, or?
No,
No.
we kind of slimmed it down to the 2 that were.
Oh,
So, yeah, so once, and then if they don't pass, then we'll pick somebody else
yeah,
and start the process again.
How about Guy on the wastewater? Is he gonna be retiring?
No.
No?
No, not this year.
Okay. Good.
We did talk about it, but I don't believe that it will probably be soon, but I don't believe it will be this year.
Okay.
Any other questions for our mayor? Report of standing committees.
Finance and legislation for March 15th at 6:15, or 6 o'clock, I'm sorry.
Any other committees?
Cat, you need a community development next week.
For the plan, comprehensive plan.
We doing it next week?
I'm asking you. Did you want it next week or you
I
want?
think, the 15th.
1 second.
1 second.
What's this about now?
Community development committee, we might need to call a
Oh,
meeting.
I gotcha.
Yes.
Yes, okay, so community development, I'll go, can we go before you or after you down?
Are you gonna have legislation that's gonna need brought out?
No, I don't have anything.
Following finance.
Okay.
See, I don't have
We'll
to,
go 6:15,
Yeah,
Megan.
that's fine.
if we need to reschedule it, because I don't know, I think I have the comprehensive plans here, I copied them just because it might be easier for you guys to go through with the lead pen.
Okay.
But I thought she said we had till next Friday, but that wouldn't make sense if she's coming Wednesday, unless that's, let me just clarify that it's the 15th.
For now, we'll call it, and then if we have to
Okay.
cancel it, we can,
Let me, I'll
just so it's
clarify.
on the books.
Any other committees?
Ricky at 6.
Here we have two pieces of legislation. Number one, we're gonna be sending this to a third reading. And number two is a resolution. Questions or comments on our legislation? Unfinished business?
I actually do have something for this. I just wanted to give council these letters I got from one of our residents, Mr. Johnson, regarding front yard gardens. I'll pass them around if everybody wants to read them, just see what they think of his comments, and we'll go from there.
That's something you wanna discuss maybe during committee meeting next week?
Yeah, we can.
Toss it around?
Yeah.
Okay. You got a copy of them letters, Della?
I do. I think you and Lori still have to.
Where they going to?
Like in order, yeah. Thank
There's
you.
just one.
It's just one.
We can
paper
get copies,
gave
we
me.
can have, maybe.
I can make copies.
Yeah.
Maybe make copies for us.
Okay. Any other unfinished business? New business?
Just have a little new business. Bob, did you make it up to the north side? Did anybody clean up any of that stuff that
Yes.
Lisa did? So I was very impressed. I got a text from Lisa from the north side. And her and Richard took time to clean up this area up there, and it was pretty nice. So I gave Bob I guess they had bags up there of trash.
They
and-
pulled tires out and everything else. It was quite a
Yeah.
bit.
So, and I don't know Richard. I don't know if any of you know Richard. I don't know, but
Bass
he,
guitar.
yes,
That guy. Okay.
he plays like air guitar. She said he does.
Air guitar?
Yeah. You might take lessons.
I'm
But he
an
puts
expert at
those,
it already.
he puts those lights up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
So,
seen them.
so I just, I just thought that was pretty neat, just do like a little shout out to like them
I
taking
saw
time out
that.
of the day to do that.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Yeah. So, well, thank you, Bob, for doing that.
Any other new business? Go ahead, Mary, it looks like you want to say something.
It's the ceiling.
Is that ceiling?
Yeah.
It gets really bad.
I thought it was me,
I'm
but
gonna freak
Go
out.
ahead.
No, it's all day
Thank you.
long.
It's your sister years.
Towards Bob, basically.
I thought it was Ricky's
Do we have
hearing
any
aids.
plans on trimming any of the trees down on Wetmore? There's a lot of people complaining how bad they're leaning towards the road.
Okay, so I don't know recently, but I know in the past when we went to trim trees on Wetmore, unless it's actually out in the street or something,
It's
it's Mill Creek Park and they don't like us cutting their trees.
Couple of people were asking me that
Yeah.
at Spaghetti Dinner.
If it becomes a traffic hazard where it's, obstructing the sidewalk or something else, we can trim it, just by, but actually getting in and trimming back what they have, they don't.
You can only trim what's on our property. more
Yeah,
or
they
less.
frown upon us cutting their trees.
I have actually one other spaghetti dinner person that came up to me now that you said that.
Aren't they obligated to property maintenance?
I don't think the park falls under those guidelines. They used to have, what do they call it, arborists, or, to take care of.
Yep.
From my understanding, they got rid of him, but,
Well, we
I
can
could be
talk-
wrong because I don't communicate with Mill Creek Park very often. So, but they have to have somebody that takes care of the trees on all of Mill Creek properties, I assume.
When we went down to do the bridge, to look at the bridge for the grant that we received, we met the gentleman who is in charge of Yellow Creek Park, so maybe we can even stop down there and ask him if he would just.
Could we, if council mind, could we bring him down and see an update on Yellow Creek Park? What are they
You
doing
wanna
down
do
there,
videos?
programs,
Sure, we can ask.
Sure.
whatnot?
Yeah, the one, well, Justin Rogers, he's one of our, let's say, like liaisons with Mill Creek and Yellow Creek, he's from Struthers. I can see if he'll come to a meeting.
Yeah, at some point in time, because, like, some of them trees were kind of blocking some of the street lights down there, because when they grow, and get the leaves on them, they, so.
It's, a lot of them are leaning in towards the road, but.
A lot of them are dead.
Yeah, I know.
When they fall into the road, then we clean them up, but other than that, we don't normally address those. I'm not saying it's not a problem.
Make any demands on them to do it, or what? Are they kinda like the
They're-
railroad station, railroads? or
They're
what?
their own government entity, so it's
Well, yeah,
not,
but we also lease them the property as well. so
So
there's-
shouldn't that fall under property maintenance?
Yeah, but I would assume in that lease, there's guidelines for all of that, wouldn't you, John?
I would assume. I've
So I
never seen
mean,
it. I don't know.
I don't know, cause I haven't seen the lease, you
In
know
the
what I mean,
lease,
but.
it's a lot of stipulations in the lease, I think it's I don't know if it's a 25-year lease or something,
Yeah,
but
'cause
it says all these things that they have to do, and then at the end, it says, or not. Like, it like kinda gives them an out of, here's all the things we're gonna do, but you don't have to do them. Like, there's something in the lease that is at the very end.
We've redone that lease recently, since I've been here, and
I
it's
know
not that
It
old.
was like
I think it was 18.
$1 a year for
25, yeah.
years.
I think it is 25.
think
So
it's
when
2018.
they redo the bridge, will those trees maybe interfere with some?
well,
of the
if they're
stuff?
interfering with our traffic or anything on the road, we can deal with it. But if it's on the property just leaning, we, basically, if it's outside of our easement, we're probably not gonna touch the tree.
Well, we got 10-foot
Yeah.
easement, right?
From the curb.
But a lot of them are pretty darn close to the road that
Yeah.
are leaning.
11.
I seen one dead one leaning on a tree, and it could very easily fall.
Now, I'm not saying if that's, I don't drive that way a lot, I'll be honest with you. That's not a normal route for me. But our street department does address those when they get the box back on the truck. They not only will address that one, but they will address all the trees in the city that become a hazard over the winter.
Well, especially because we were also concerned by all the improvements in the money we put into the roads.
Correct.
We don't want that hanging over, keeping them constantly
Because we
wet.
did
Well,
that, we
you
did
know
that
what I
up on
mean?
Center
Exactly.
Street.
Exactly,
We
it
took
is.
down half
Yeah,
of the
same thing with
trees.
Poland Avenue.
Right.
Right.
We tried to do, or 660.
So that's an ongoing, right, that's ongoing. And tree trimming is every summer, the street department spends time trimming trees over the sidewalks, over the streets, and everything else.
Okay.
I'll make sure they look at at Wetmore. If there's any immediate hazards, they can address it. Otherwise, they'll probably wait until they get the box back on the truck, which will be shortly after street sweeping.
Question, when you go, you know where Bogey's Banquet Center is, if you start to go up the hill, on the right side there, right as soon as you get on the hill, is that Struthers or is that,
Poland.
it's Poland town, like?
Going up Newcastle Hill there,
Mhm.
the first 100 feet is Struthers.
Okay, so
On the
apparently
left
there's,
hand side.
Yeah,
No.
only on the left.
no, I believe it's on the right too, that's why I'm
No,
asking.
it's the first 100 feet up that street is Struthers.
Cause that's when we repaved 100 feet of that bike trail.
Okay.
That's right, yeah, we did do that.
Now,
But they
Coit
just-
Road, we go up 50 feet on Coit.
Okay,
So I don't know if you know, Coit is just past the bike trail. There's the street that goes up, that's Coit. We're go up 50 feet on Coit, but we go up 100 feet on Newcastle.
Newcastle Road.
Which 100 feet is
Not
nothing.
very far.
So it's gonna get you to about the back of Bogey's
Yeah.
Hall.
I used to
Yeah.
back up there with my salt truck. I didn't need,
Yeah.
so there was
when I was coming, I
trees,
used to back up, drop a little bit and keep moving.
people were complaining about, I guess they were on the wires
Newcastle
there.
Hill, there's a lot
So-
of trees, and that's not our,
That's Poland Township.
yeah, that's Poland
Okay,
Township.
so they're called them, okay. That was my question.
Any other new business? report our law director, John.
I have nothing this evening.
Questions or comments for law director? Our auditor's absent. Safety director, Bob.
We just went over quite a bit, but I do wanna let you know that Dominion, Ohio is actively, probably to be starting soon, they're gonna place a trailer in our parking lot over here for their, meter move-out program. They're trying to move all of your gas meters that are in your house to the outside of your house. And they're starting it down here in the Coke Alley area, so they're gonna have a trailer parked out here for about a month while they're doing that project. And they're also gonna do a major gas line replacement on Midlothian, Crescent Street, 9th, 10th, and a little section of 7th Street. So there'll be a lot of construction coming down Midlothian also.
Now, will they be tearing up the road?
I've made arrangements, that's why I've been in contact with them as far as their building, dig permits, and gave them all the specs for double strip repair, for sidewalk repair, and
Street
road
repairs.
repairs.
That's why I wanted to ask. They're aware
They're
of our
aware of all
policy.
that, yes.
Is Struthers Road gonna be closed for,
Struthers Road, yeah, that's Mahoney County doing that project.
does that affect?
It does affect us, we think that possibly when that caved in, some of the concrete and stuff might have came down to our plant, and we have one of our screens that in the plant has a big hole in it. We can only suspect it might have been what caused it, but we just repaired that screen for $30,000. And we're gonna try to repair it again, but we think that was one of the causes, was that manhole that caved in.
Well, I've got a question, and this is kind of old, but AT&T got these few broken poles that are still hanging here for years. I
It's
know.
like the railroad. There's one on the bottom of Smithfield,
Mhm.
there's one, and that one,
There's
One by
about
the
so-
seven, eight
post
one by the
offices in the
post
city.
office, and the one on Smithfield is very bad, like it's,
Yeah.
I saw them replacing some on Center Street.
So I've emailed them a list of all the poles that I'd like to see taken out, where they, basically, a lot of them, they just have to move their wires.
Right.
And then the Ohio
Right,
has to
I
take the
understand.
pole out. But I've emailed them a whole list of that, plus the fact that they have a 2-inch cable laying along the ground on Riffle Street, and my communications go unanswered most of the time.
Yeah, because it's a matter of coordinating the cable company, the
Yes.
phone company, and then the electric company.
And then nobody will do the other one's job. If
Right.
it's just removing one bolt, moving a wire over, they're not gonna
Right,
do it.
Right,
Right.
that's the problem, because I had that with a couple on Center Street.
Have you had any one-on-one conversation with them?
I've had some email communication and that's it. That's probably something I need to address again. I'll
The
take
guy
another
down
look
your
at it
place is
tomorrow.
pretty helpful, I forget.
That's
his-
Ohio Edison,
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was pretty helpful.
yeah,
I forget his name though.
Troy Rhodes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rhodes, Mr. Rhodes, yeah.
And
he's pretty
he
good.
actually,
He
he gave me
responds,
some
He's a good
numbers
guy.
and emails of how to connect the other,
Yeah,
contact the other utilities, but them and Spectrum sometimes,
Mhm.
they make cuts to save money and pay their stockholders and we suffer.
They pay enough money to send some letters out. Letter from Spectrum every day. All the time.
Any other questions for our safety director tonight? Go ahead, Nathan.
No, nothing for the safety, sir. I was just gonna tell
I'm
you.
gonna make a motion to adjourn. You need to say something?
I do. I spoke with Chrissy today. She assured me that she's gonna have the budget available, or the proposed budget available Monday after she speaks. I believe she's having a meeting with Mayor Cat. And then if everything's all good with you, then I can release it. So I can email it to you guys, and I can also put a copy in your mailboxes. So I don't know if you're gonna wanna schedule a budget workshop for Wednesday as well, or, because we have to pass this by the end of the month.
You
Probably
think guys
should.
after committee meetings have a
Yeah.
budget workshop?
Yeah, we probably should, huh? That way we're not time crunched towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll work.
So have it following
Yeah, committee meeting.
the community development.
And if we have to,
Yeah.
we have an open Wednesday at the end of the month anyway, right? We could
The
call for a
fifth Wednesday.
special meeting
Yes,
if we need.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So when I announce committee meetings, I'll announce the budget workshop after committee meetings on Wednesday.
Can you give us
Yeah,
last year's
please.
budget too, Mary, when you? Oh, thank you.
Anything else for caucus before I make a motion to adjourn? Need a motion to adjourn caucus meeting?
Make a motion.
Ronnie seconds it. Caucus.